Ekene m gị onye mana ege ntị n'ụbọchị nke tata. Biko na ihe a bụ exclusive interview. This video was gotten from Yambaba's page. Yambaba's page. With that Reverend Sister Kwenu n'onu ya. For all the people push the agenda now be Muslim, shame on you people. Shame and shame on you people. This woman abugo Reverend Sister for close to 10 years now. Or more than 10 years. Now up at go na these people they were pushing narrative Kafon and the sisters na no Reverend Father. Low key. And she said it, how can they be treating us kabul na abia there to serve God, not to come and become your housewives? She said it. And when mecha video men, the mother say, you're always attacking the church. This is why we are here where we are today. And when neck and the sisters in take care. One exclusive thing is Kedafia, Igbo Credo Kulumba, or sin. How can a Reverend Sister walk into parish, Conwell, Kenya, and Bajima in house? Father Anastasia and Kedine the self cannot be able to sue him on Wenke. If Reverend Sisters Hane Trek now, Kayasana, Nakatoro, and on Denche. And some father ya park mutu na abona parish 3 na parish. And you cannot bring out okay Keleka go tell the sister of Guru Siena yani mother 5 or 6 at the same time. You show maybe her choice adele 5 4 jebedi. Sister mecha that video kucha sister soon when the next thing I tagging at this lady, the mentally unstable, and it happened. That is the only way they can push their narrative. I say, the mentally unstable. Yake that Reverend Father in Abia State also raised the alarm. Now, the father, even the father went over countless cases of Ndigbo in a police station. Father. And that Reverend Father raised the alarm about it. The next thing I suspend there, I say, the mentally unstable. Again, not the mentally unstable. That is why no one is only they will ridicule you, they make sure that na tarnish your image. You will not get any help because not okay, let's go and investigate this. If people refuse the investigation, next thing upload next thing I suspend there. Next thing they release a statement now the father do medical mental one against him. That's the only way they push their agenda. For how long will this thing continue? I silence Yonya, they will not silence because now another silence Yonya today, a man silence Yonya cause the more the thing will keep coming out. Before you know it, most of these evil ways, most of these people will be swallowed in their shame. Because somebody not some way may benefit from it. It's so sad on here no one a church today. On a church. Every mother kwesibia obabata. Echekwa uchie ya otoya. Imagona bati aso nwanne. Ka anọzi imi atopi ogodo. Anọzi imi ba atopi onye ahụ ogodo. Mụpụta ya n'ezi disgrace ya. Odiokwa no mma. One more emebuna one mother emebuna one more. God
I am Sister Anastasia. I belong to the congregation of Mother of Perpetual Help of the Archangel Sauchi Diocese, Edo State. I entered the convent in 2015. Everything started in 2016 and it has been hell. A sister once told me to follow her to the Cardinal's party, that any priest that says he likes me or wants me, I should agree so that we have money. There are many other sisters in the convent that she has pimped to men and they know about me. I wrote the bishop about it, and they are covering it. For them to go as far as trying to silence me by every possible means should raise the questions, what are they trying to protect? It's very, very traumatizing, and I am standing against it. This priest came to my house and said he wanted to take me out. On our way, he said he needed to buy something, and when he came out from the shop, I saw that he was having a condom in his hand. I asked him, I said, what do you intend to use that for? And he said, where we are going to is a guest house, and that after everything, we are going to get food. And I'm like, no. He had to drop me halfway to my house. I had to trek him because I did not agree to go to the hotel with him. That is the greatest betrayal I've ever seen from anybody. These things happen, and they are real, and they affect people's lives. They keep telling me to keep quiet, to brave it up for how many years? For 10 years? And now, some of them are being threatened not to associate with me so that they don't corroborate whatever it is I am saying. They always term me disobedient. But how can I obey when you ask me to do things that are against my vows? They came to my house with a doctor and a chief medical director, a nurse I did not know, and so many others, trying to forcefully kidnap me, and I had to run home to my home. They said the person who abused me in the university is giving them millions of naira, and they are willing to protect him at all costs. I don't feel safe where I am because the very first time anybody calls me is, where are you? Why are they concerned with where I am? Canonically, you cannot dismiss me without me. They dismissed me through an online post. I saw that post on WhatsApp, and I wonder what a reasonable congregation will do that, no matter what the person has done. The only crime I have committed so far is saying I want to be a sister and going to the convent. These things happen to me, and I demand justice. It's high time the church owned up to all these things, locate people who are victims, and try to help them.
Bam, 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 bam. My people, were here again on BAM interview. My name is Chijoke Igwendo Odogububu Ezbotonyaba. Today, I have an interview with somebody that I'm very touched by her story. There was a time her story trended. She's a Reverend sister. Her story trended about what Reverend fathers are doing to Reverend sisters, what some Reverend fathers, the way they are, treating and handling Reverend sisters, who they see the Reverend sisters as. Her post went viral, and then it brought a lot of backlashes, a lot of news, a lot of trends, a lot of misinterpretations, and a lot of exaggerations. And today there is something trending about this very Reverend sister again. So please, we're trying to do this interview in a hurry, so please don't mind how I speak or what I say. Let's welcome to the interview today Sister Kinse Shako Anastasia. Hope I got the name right.
Yeah, you tried.
Okay.
Anastasia.
So please, can you tell us who is Sister Kinse Anastasia Shako? Please go ahead.
Yeah, I am Sister Anastasia, and I belong to the congregation of Mother of Perpetual Help of the Archangel Sisters, Archdiocese, Edo State. Yeah, so I actually started my journey to the convent in 2015, right? Maybe 2-3 years after I graduated from my secondary school. So I had 8 credits and a pass in my result. And when I applied, I got the admission to go to the convent, and I went.
What made you choose to be a Reverend sister?
I have always thought of going to the convent because I wanted to dedicate my life wholeheartedly to God. And where I grew up from, we only have catechist, and the priest would only come like once or twice in 2-3 months. And deep within me, I felt that what the catechist were really preaching was not the entire truth. And I am somebody who loves to study, and I needed to know more about God, about the church. And so I went to the convent because I wanted to seek God, who is the truth and the life.
How has the journey been for you so far?
Well, there is nothing that has happened that I believe has not been the will of God for my life. But I must tell you in all sincerity, it has been most disappointing. Because there are a lot of things that have happened that should never have happened. And many people condemn me for finally coming out to speak on social media. But the truth is, till this point in time, I keep asking for the right channels, but none of has been provided. I have been faced with intimidation, with series of fights, series of blackmails, with many priests coming out there to write all sorts of rubbish against me. And I feel that is really unfortunate.
Okay, you said something about the priest that was preaching before you became a reverend sister, that was saying a lot of things that were not true, and then you had to do research. What were those things the priest was preaching?
Actually, that priest made a comment that reverend sisters are supposed to be priest wives. I don't know if that's what you're referring to.
Okay, something trended about you weeks ago, if not almost a month now. You made a post about sisters not being ornaments in habit, not being commodities for priests to use at will. They are not mistresses in veil, that they are women called by God, consecrated to service, prayer, and the mission of the church. What happened? What motivated you to make such posts? What happened? What was your experience? What is your experience to come out to start crying that priests are seeing you people as ornaments in habit, as a mistress in veil? What made you make such posts? Just be detailed and bold, please.
I was abused in the convent. And it's very hard in the convent, especially when you don't plan for an abuse to happen to you. And especially when you are being groomed by a system to act in a certain way and behave in a certain way and accept some certain things in a certain way. So I was being groomed. When I went into a convent, I had no idea that such things happen in a convent. But I had a superior and a priest who were trying to groom me into accepting the fact that I could date one or two priests, and I rejected it with my every being. Now, after doing that, they found ways to frustrate me by making me live with sisters who would intentionally set me up. And that was how I got depressed. And now they are coming out to say that I am a mad person and all what have you. They have tried to help me, who have never been touched. Now, this same priest who has tried to abuse me severally and I did not consent or agree to it is coming out to make a public statement about me. I don't know if that is how the church works. I mean, it's very, very traumatizing for me.
You said you were abused in the convent. Can you be detailed?
Yes,
how were you abused by a priest?
And asked me to follow him in his car. And she knows it happens. That is why she's coming out boldly to write false statements with false narratives to paint me black. Those things, as she said, never happened.
Who is the she?
The superior general of my congregation.
She was the one that asked you to follow a priest?
Yes, she did. Not just me. There are many other sisters in the convent that she has pimped to men. And they know about it. I wrote to the bishop about it. And they are covering it.
Good news! From anywhere you are in the world, you can now be our guest on BAM. As long as you have an internet connection and a mobile device, you can now be interviewed from our studio anywhere in the world. Contact the numbers on your screen to book a session with us. Why did you say that the priest some people are saying that Reverend sisters are now looking like wives of priests. Are you saying that this is a tradition that everybody know about in Catholic Church, that Reverend sisters are actually positioned to be more like wives of the priest? Are you saying this is a tradition?
We have certain congregations out there that lure young girls into the convent and try to tempt them to men. Whether we accept it or not, it is happening to individuals, and I am standing against it. Now, the truth is that ideally it is never supposed to be. I have a diploma in religious formation, so I know what has to be and what is not obtainable.
Yes.
In the ideal sense of it, none of this should happen, and that is why I want to put an end to it. Let this stop. Whether they listen to me or not, whether they try to silence me or not, nobody deserves to pass through the system. The system is supposed to be holistic. The system is supposed to protect the vulnerable and speak up for you when you are weak, not to capitalize on your weakness and come out there to paint you black. Most people are there pretending. They are pretending. They know deep within themselves that most of these extravagant spendings, most of this money that they go about, spreading and making people believe, building houses for their parents and all, they know that this money is not from the convent. And of course, I cannot come outside to call names because they know themselves, and that is why they cannot come out boldly to protect or to even speak for these things, because they know that they are guilty. And I am not saying that anybody is not guilty or that I am a saint. I am not. I am coming outside to say that these things happen and it should be stopped. This is not our identity. This is not the church that we want. It is wrong. And for them to go as far as trying to silence me by every possible means, even going as far as lying and framing things that never happened, should raise the questions. What are they trying to protect? Warning me not to grant interviews. These are intimidations. So far, nobody has reached out to me to even ask, okay, sister, has this thing happened to you? What actually happened? We want to listen from the church. Nobody has done that. Yet they keep telling me to keep quiet, to brave it up for how many years? For 10 years? This is unfair.
Are you saying that this has been going on with you for 10 years?
I entered the convent in 2015. Everything started in 2016, and it has been hell. I have tried not to come out to the media. In fact, there was a time that sisters stole money from my pocket. I could not come outside and say that it was sisters. I said it on Facebook that somebody took my money. But nobody made inquiries. Okay, who took sisters' money? Okay, let's just find it. No, I have to go back to school that way. No accountability for anything. How is that fair to any living human being? In a place that is supposed to be holy, in a place that is supposed to be responsible for people's spiritual welfare. That is the greatest betrayal I've ever seen from anybody. And if I were authorities, I would be ashamed that I am actually protecting these things that are happening to human beings, people's daughters.
This sister, when your superior asked you to follow the Reverend Father, did you follow him?
I refused. I told her I would never do that. I told her right to her face that God is going to judge you for these things that you are making us do. And since then, she has found ways to push me out of the congregation. And her recent letter is just an indication of such.
Would you want to call names?
I wouldn't want to call names because I'm not out to fight the congregation.
Okay.
They know exactly what I'm talking about. They know exactly what they are doing. And the best thing they can do right now is to do the right things. Let them allow justice to, take its course. I have submitted documents officially. Why are they trying to, silence me by blocking where the documents are supposed to lead to, to get to?
Yes.